Hey everybody, I'm Sarah the Rebel.
And I'm OhCatrina.
And this is Rebel Base Podcast. Sparkle.
In 3D!
You've got to touch your own face for it to work. Reach your hand to the camera and touch your own face at the same time as we do.
I said 3D, not smell-o-vision.
You don't have to smell your hand. It probably smells way better than Katrina's hand. So today we're going to talk about, ladies, for any of you who are new to the podcast, we're going to get all these giggles right on out. It's fine.
Oh my god. Oh no, my skin's doing an ugly white person thing where it gets red.
You mean being alive? I'm just kidding. So if you're new here, Rebel Base is a podcast where Katrina and I talk about comics and video games, and I make her cry with laughter. Very different from the sad tears. So today we're talking news. That's the first section, and we're going to talk about Agent Carter, CES, good games done, or awesome games done quick. Shit, I forgot the fucking beginning letter. The Hobbit, and 2014 as a whole. For our main topic, we're talking about female-led or created shows, video games, comics, all the works. And then we wrap it up with our chick picks, which are things that we recommend that you check out. So let's dive right in.
Spoosh.
Sploosh.
Sploosh.
Archer's
coming back.
Archer! I cannot wait for Archer.
Yes, that comes back next week.
Yes, so I mean, that could be news, sure. Archer's
We
coming back.
did, it was in the email.
Back. Hey, it's part of our main topic.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, just kidding.
God, this girl, man. Come prepared. Damn it.
I read the email, I just read it out of order.
So it's not a strip club. It does burlesque on Mondays. Oh, you're so distracting. So the first bit of news is Agent Carter premiered. For anyone who doesn't know, Agent Carter is the 8-episode show about Peggy Carter, the woman we met in Captain America: The First Avenger, who is not only Cap's love interest, but pretty much the most badass Marvel lady shown on film.
A founder of S.H.I.E.L.D. Non-Hydra founder. Non-Hydra S.H.I.E.L.D. founder.
Non-Hydra S.H.I.E.L.D. founder.
It's a very complicated job description.
They gave her own show. It's set in a world 1 year after Captain America's death. It's her trying to pick up the pieces and live a normal life. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, just like for many other women in the 1940s, the men were coming back from war and displacing them from their jobs, and everything was supposed to go back to how it was before the war, but things don't quite go back to how they were ever. And so it's dealing with how she's being treated in the workplace, it's dealing with her getting over Captain America, and it's dealing with her having to deal with Howard Stark's bullshit.
Yep, Howard Stark's bullshit. Yep.
Yes. Dan, did you just say crippled? Wow, so mean.
Whoa.
Mentioned this part. Oh, thank you. So I saw it. I'll let you talk first since I've been talking the most so far. What did you think?
I liked it. I mean, okay, for a pilot, I thought it was really good. Mm-hmm. Like, if you, compared to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. pilot, I thought that this was compared to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. pilot, Peggy Carter could have come on camera, shot somebody, and been done, and I'd be like, yeah, that's great, I'm on board. But I thought it was a good opening. There are a few things that were a little shaky to me, but then I kind of understood, why they were done as the show progressed. I don't know. So I'm just hoping that, we'll have more cast members that aren't just white guys, because I keep getting... Well, okay, I don't keep getting... I got, two of them confused at first, but then I noticed one of them was much fatter. So...
That's actually his defining characteristic.
Is that he's fat?
Is that he's a big lug, and the other guy is a lovable asshole, and then you got the nice guy who... is also treated different than the rest of his coworkers, and that's why you think he stands up for Peggy, although also he totally has a crush on Peggy. I liked it. There's so much I can't say. I think that some of it was too rushed in a way. Like, I like the very quick, snappy conversation between Peggy and Jarvis. That's, like, the highlight of the show so far.
Yeah, I love this.
Peggy and Jarvis have this very proper British, like, could you pull up the car around? While Peggy's, like, running for her life. She's like, I'm about to blow up. And she's like, could you just bring the car around? And he's like, oh, sure, when would you like it? It's like, 20 seconds. He's like, be there. But, like, it's really great, and it gets better and better as they go. But I didn't like how, like, her interaction with the other woman in the show who works at the automat is that quick, but it feels forced.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like, I don't feel your relationship with this woman as much as I feel your relationship. Oh, P.S. guys, in case you're interested in that sort of thing, Peggy Carter passes the Bechdel test. It has women talking with other women about things other than men.
Yay!
Great. And yeah, I'm very excited for the rest of the show. I loved her beating the shit out of that guy in the kitchen. Can't reveal spoilers, but like
that was really. I loved every single one of her fights. Like, I think the first fight move, and this was when the the Agent Carter one shot came out. It was this. She beat this guy in the face with a briefcase and whirled around. This is like a huge, like 180-degree half spin, and just clocked this guy with like the other briefcase. And I was like, I love Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
Like, I already liked her from Captain America, but, like, that solid move, and it happened in, like, 3 seconds, and I was just like, she's my bae. Like,
yeah.
I use that in real life.
She does.
Can I die now?
No, it's true. She's awesome. The fight scenes are awesome. Her and Jarvis are awesome. Her relationship with the other characters has to grow. And yes, it is one of those in a way frustrating shows where it's the main character dealing with everyone treating them like a dick. And the whole time you want to scream like, bitch, haven't you seen Captain America?
Yeah.
And you have to think about it, and no, they haven't seen Captain America. Imagine, like, if, back in the day, someone told you that some girl worked with Captain America. That's all you're going to hear. You're not going to hear that, hey, P.S. bro, I really respect that woman. Like, they're not going to say that.
Yeah, what I'm really excited for on that note is the Howling Commandos are going to show up, and they love Peggy. Like, they're all about it, and she's going to be in charge of them, and, like, I think that that's kind of the balance that the show needs, because, like, it's overwhelming, and it's supposed to be, because it is overwhelming, and it was overwhelming to be a woman in that kind of workplace.
Right.
In that time and even now. But at the same time, it's like, I think the introduction of, like, more allies and friends will help not only Peggy, but, like, the audience will, like, feel more at home. Because right now, we're right there with her, like, everyone sucks.
It's true. And what I also like about it is the world doesn't just suck for Peggy. Like, the other women in the show discuss the impacts of it on them as well. Like, in the very first scene, it was shown in the teaser, so it's not a spoiler. In the very first scene, her roommate is like, oh, they keep letting women go at the job because guys are back, and I had to teach a dude how to rivet. And it's like, so it's not just Peggy, and Peggy does have female friends in the show, which I think is really important. To address your issue of diversity, though, oh no, our app disconnected. That's going to be annoying. To address the issue of diversity, I don't think we're going to see diversity because at that time period, it was not a diverse place to be in America where she is. I think Spider is one of the only people of color we're going to see on that show. And then the other guy we saw on the show was somebody's butler was Samoan. We're not going to see a lot of diversity. So that's the biggest unfortunate thing. So that was Agent Carter. Feel free to, by the way, at the end, we'll read comments and take questions. So if you guys have questions, or if you want to share how you felt about Agent Carter, you can tweet at us using the hashtag RebelBase. Tweet on your phones.
Tweet with the phones and stuff.
To that at thing right there, RebelBase Podcast, and we'll read your questions at the end, or your what you thought about it. Moving on, CES is this week. It's been going on. For anyone who doesn't know, CES is an electronics consumer show. We can't say consumer electronics show because they get mad about it anyway. Where they show off all the 4K TVs and the awesome apps and the wearable technology leggings and
little gadgets. I love the gadgets.
I usually go every year. This year I had an unfortunate series of events that led to me not being able to go. But so far, unfortunately, CES never seems to be the place where video game technology really bursts through the doors. The coolest thing I ever saw at CES was they found a way to make a normal camera, like the camera on my laptop, become a 3D camera. So I could play Kinect games using only my laptop. There was no need for a Kinect or for a PlayStation Move or anything like that. And you could play any kind of game because it just trained the camera how to find your body. But I think that would have cost video game developers too much money, so no one ever talked about it.
Yeah, I think the one thing that like is really trending right now for CES too is the new Sony Walkman. Did you get to see that gadget?
No.
Did you get to see that little gadget?
A
Basically
Walkman? Because of Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it's not, sadly. But you can definitely like tell that like they took that original Walkman inspiration. It's supposed to be faster. It's supposed to have a higher processing rate. So that you get like the best quality music as long as you have the right quality headphones. But it's kind of shaped like an old Walkman where like when you hold it, all of the buttons are on this side, and then you've got like the digital screen, and you like thumb around on it, and then you use the buttons on the other side, and then it's like held like a cassette tape. And I think it's cool, it's really neat, but it's also $1,100, and I'm like, I have a phone. No.
Yeah.
But if you're like a sound geek, like you would be like, holy shit, this is super cool, and it is super cool, but it's just like not.
That is one of the things. CES is an amazing place to go if you're a sound geek. I got to listen to the most expensive headphones in the world once when I was there from Sennheiser.
Wow.
And like you put them on, and as somebody who's not a sound geek, I could tell it sounded really crisp, but I wasn't freaking out about it. But my friend, who's really into all different types of headphones and everything, put them on, and he was like, I can hear the cellos, the string thrums in the back. And I'm like, well, I didn't even hear a cello in that. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Anyway, so it's pretty interesting. Be sure to tweet us what your favorite gadget from CES is.
Yes, I love gadgets. I did an article today on Back to the Future and all the gadgets that we now have from that.
Where's my hoverboard?
Your hoverboard is a Hendo hoverboard that was funded on Kickstarter on December 15th. The downside is that you probably won't be able to just afford one off the bat. Now that they've sold the demo kits, it's going to be much pricier to get them. Like already they were like $800 for a basic, like you have to build the shit.
I'd rather have a tentacle kitty.
Yeah, tentacle kitties. Oh my god, it's so funny. The founder like messaged me on LinkedIn the other day, and I was like, oh cool.
We've been talking. I'm gonna have a tentacle kitty.
Yay, they're so cute. Check out tentacle kitties. They're really adorable. I love them. I want one, by the way. So CES so yes, hoverboards are out, and as of today, Nike has confirmed that by the end of the year, we are going to get the Power Lace shoes that Marty McFly has, and they're going to be fully functional and not just like collectible shoes that you can't wear, like the ones that came out in 2011. Those shits sold for like $11,000.
It's just amazing. It's amazing. Why would I want those shoes?
So you have to tie your shoes.
Can you imagine what our world is going to turn into? Oh my god.
Lazy!
We're going to have lazy ass fake walkers. Fucking not tie our shoes, and we're going to float around on our hoverboards. We're going to be so fat.
Dude, instant gigantic pizza, and then like...
I thought you were going to say something else because you were like, instant gigantic. Penises are getting bigger! When did they invent that technology? I'm so excited.
CES 2015. Penises are getting bigger.
Penises. That's all I got out of that.
We have the technology.
So, awesome games done quick.
This is a new game jam, isn't it?
No. So basically, this is something that happens every year, where everybody. Oh well, yeah, it is charity. You're right. Okay, I see what you mean. It's like that. Yes. So it is for charity. But it's basically all these speedrunners get together and try to break all of their old records and do new crazy things. Like, I'm gonna get through the whole game without jumping. That's impossible, by the way. Well, maybe not. I don't know. However, I wrote this as a news topic, but unfortunately, I've been working both my jobs this week, and I haven't gotten to watch anything. So this is where I really need your help. I would love for you guys to tell us, tweet it at us, or leave it in the chat, who we should be watching, or what some awesome things have been that have happened so far, because
we're really
part of that.
We participated in Extra Life this past year, and like so I'm really invested when it comes to using my hobby for good. Because if not only can you help the children, but you can sit around and eat snacks and play video games all day.
Why did you turn into an old mayor of a city just then? You not only can you help the children, but you can
Let me tell you now.
Yep. That's Katrina. So be sure to tell us who we should be checking out. Guys, are y'all still talking about Back to the Future? Bless your hearts, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Next up, what I thought about The Hobbit, because did you see The Hobbit?
No.
Okay, so my mini quick review of The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, was it was shit, but if you like the world of Lord of the Rings, you're going to have a good time. You can laugh inappropriately while Legolas turns into Stretch Armstrong and everything goes into slow motion. And also hashtag war bats is very important because those bats were bred for war. I knew what he was going to say. I was in the theater and I was tapping the person next to me. I was like, they're going to say war. They're going to say war.
War bats.
And then they said war.
That's my new Batman sidekick name. That's my new angry sidekick who left Batman for their own superhero persona name.
Warbat.
Warbat.
Anyway, the movie, the Hobbit trilogy as a whole really needs to be taken and edited down into the good movie that lies within. I'm not saying this is utter shit, you shouldn't waste your time, blah, blah, blah. It's not a good movie. If you, as a person who had never heard of The Hobbit, went and watched this movie, it doesn't do what a movie should be.
Yeah.
And I think I had the same problem with Mockingjay Part 1. Like, I get it. We have these franchises we want to get people to that we know will come to the theater. I get it. But can we at least make movies? Like, here's a story arc. Here is a real plot. Here is a quick moving pace or a slower pace or a very specific mood that the movie is supposed to put you in. I mean, people in the theater were laughing at parts that we weren't supposed to be laughing at.
Right.
Like,
you know, and that kind of worries me too because of Infinity War, Part 1 and 2. But at the same time, you have two movies in between, Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. So it's like, I feel like there might be like, the overall story is done, but that big villain is still here. Like, Thanos is still there. And like, then you have to go get the Cosmics, which are Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange. Let's all fight Thanos. I think that's how it'll go, but like, because of franchise movies, even with Harry Potter, like, when they split movies in half, it's like, that's not what I wanted. Like, this doesn't tell me anything.
Right.
And now you have to wait another 3 years. And, yeah, it's, you know, they could get away with that with, like, Empire Strikes Back because they closed the story in a way. It's like, there are threats. Where's Han? Let's go defeat Darth Vader, do this. But it's just like,
there's nothing wrong with a cliffhanger.
Done.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a cliffhanger, but it needs to be a cliffhanger that makes sense and that works. Like, for example, the second Hobbit movie should have ended with the death of the dragon.
I didn't know why they didn't fucking do that. That's the only reason. Sorry, I was really loud in your ear. I just noticed that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I was really upset because, like, now I have to watch the third one.
Yeah, so in the third movie, it starts off with the dragon dying. It is the oddest pacing choice. It makes no sense. It throws you into this weird mood where you're like, oh. Well, like, maybe if they'd made the dragon fight longer than it is in the book, this could have maybe worked, but it was the same length it was in the book. It was just like, cool, glad we handled that dragon, bro. What was the point of not putting this at the end of the last movie? Anyway, hey, cat time.
What happened to two-parters? What happened to sequels and that's it?
I know, this trilogy shit is bullshit. This could have been 2 movies and still been pretty good.
Yeah. You know what? I hope they do that supercut because I watched, here we go with Star Wars again, somebody cut all 3 of the prequels into, like, one concise movie. They completely cut out Phantom Menace, except for, like, the final battle where Qui-Gon dies and stuff. And it was great. It was tolerable. I actually, like, understood more of Padme and Anakin's relationship because they only focused on, like, the specific parts of characters that, like, mattered.
Yeah,
and stuff,
I remember going and seeing that movie and being so confused at, again, the pacing choices, the character choices. It was like, y'all tried to pull in too many different things. Also, why are they in a relationship? So,
yeah, exactly.
I'll have to check that out.
Like, that's what, the biggest irksome thing about the prequels to me outside of everything else is that Padme and Anakin's romance was the romance that set off a galactic war.
Right.
Like, a war started because of them.
Need what? War bats.
War bats. Woo! Woo! No. So yeah, that's my thought on splitting your movies up. Stupid idea.
I completely agree. So that was our thoughts on The Hobbit. 2014 ended real quick. We're gonna say the first three things that come to each of our mind that were our favorite things of 2014. All right, so get ready. We'll give you a second.
Okay.
All right, ready, go. We'll go back and forth. Favorite thing 2014.
Star Wars teaser trailer. What? That was easy.
Why did I make it so easy for you?
No. I have two other things to think of.
One of my favorite things that happened in 2014 is really small, and it's that my website got a new editor-in-chief, and I am no longer the editor-in-chief of Nerdy But Flirty, and it's passed on to very capable hands in the form of Kelsey.
Yay!
Boom,
go. Doug Jones hugged me at San Diego Comic-Con. It was fantastic.
Doug Jones, the smoking Jesus, as I like to call him,
Yes.
is a really great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a really great guy. Guardians of the Galaxy was one of my favorite moments of 2014. I had plenty of problems with the movie, but overall, that was a fun movie, and it's so rare that we get a fun space opera anymore. Like, yes, give me more.
Thank God. And something different from your common space opera, too. So my third one, I just got distracted by Guardians of the Galaxy, was going and interviewing the Big Hero 6 cast.
That was pretty big for you.
That was big, and they were fantastic, and they're all, like, wonderful people, and I love them, so, it's creepy. It was great. I had a lot of fun. It was really cool. And the movie was really good, too.
And then, of course, my final favorite thing from 2014 is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yay!
Fuck me up the butt. That game is amazing. As you know, I'm like over 200 hours in. Are you laughing about the fuck me up the butt? I stole that from Will Wheaton. Anyway, I played about 140 hours in my first playthrough and immediately started my second playthrough after I finished it. And I'm now like, I don't remember, 80 hours in, 90 hours in. I can't stop playing it. I won't stop. Rockefeller Records, baby. I get down, baby. I get down. Girls are girls that love us. Stay fresh to death. We the best Dragon Ages. Okay, anyway, so that's our news section. We're going to move on to our main topic. Doesn't our main topic have a theme song? I can never remember it.
No, I think we make up a new one every time.
All right, you ready? Time for the main topic.
Yeah. It's main topic. Yeah.
Main topic. Sorry, I wasn't with you. Ow. Did I cut you with my nail?
No, you didn't cut me. I just got hurt a little bit.
Because somebody write that down. I want to tweet that later. So today our main topic is all of the female-led, female-created shows.
So many!
Video games, comics, and movies that are coming out in 2015. Is Barry here?
Huh?
Barry, my friend Barry's here. Hey guys, please leave interactions till the end because they create a blip when we try to port this over later into YouTube.
Yeah.
Bovice, fucking cut it out. Anyway. So first up, of course, is Agent Carter. Besides the fact that the main character is a female, it's actually the showrunners are both women as well. Mm-hmm. I believe they did a show called Reaper.
Yes.
I think Michelle and Tara. Actually, there's a really great interview where
her husband
interviews her.
He's the producer of not the Flash, Arrow on the CW. And they have this hilarious interview where he basically spends like 90% of it trying
about his own shit too.
His own shit, but like trying to get a crossover. Like, well, what if we did this? This would be a great idea. Just make Oliver meet her.
Right. It was really funny, and also just trying to make his wife choose between him or her. Just like, you know what she's gonna say. It's an interview. So it's a really cool interview. You should go read it. But yeah, so Michelle Fazekas and Fazekas and Tara Butters are the showrunners on Agent Carter. And I know from chatting with the folks at Marvel that they're very heavily invested in making sure that this is a show that women really have a part in and a voice in. Mm-hmm. And not just, it's a bunch of guys writing a woman's show. So I really appreciate that about Agent Carter, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Yay!
Next up on our list, I think we had some comics, and I'll let you talk about comics.
Yes, so there are a bunch of comics coming out this year that are either female-led or written or drawn by women. I would like to first put out a signal to something I found out about the other day. We have a new Power Girl. Like, have you seen her? I've been posting her every day for like 2 straight days. Her name is Tanya Spears. She is the smartest 17-year-old on the planet. She is a tall, athletic black woman, and she works in a STEM field, and she's Power Girl. Like,
when did this happen?
Like, September! No, August.
Oh, man.
She debuted in World's Finest issue 23.
Yeah, 'cause she popped right up.
Yeah, she just showed up. Basically what happened was Karen came over from Earth 2, and, like, she gave this girl her powers. Mm-hmm. And so now,
ooh,
like,
I like her look.
Right? Isn't she so cute?
Look at her with her Afro puffs.
Yeah, I know! And the people were like, oh, she looks like Bumblebee. And I'm like, it's just because of her hair? Like, Bumblebee has a pixie cut now. But fuck y'all. So yes, Teen Titans issue 6 is coming out on the 21st, and it is the debut of our new Power Girl, main DC storyline canon, in the Teen Titans, and she's going to join the team, and it'll be super cool. So if you're looking to catch up, you can just hop on Comixology and just catch up now.
That's really exciting. I enjoy what you're saying about her body. She doesn't have the stupid, how am I
She's
strong
so
enough
athletic,
to... Yeah,
right? Isn't that awesome?
She actually has an athletic body. This is cool.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
She's like obsessed with studying her powers and like understanding them and stuff, and it was really cool. So I really enjoy it. Like, I already loved the last Power Girl because she was so strong, and she was a businesswoman, and she was like insanely smart, and she was like a really good friend to Tara, and they had like the cutest friendship ever. And friendship. And
Friendship.
And now we have this girl, and oh yeah. And also that happened. Ooh. So yeah, now we have a new Power Girl, and it's super cool, but Star Wars #1 is coming. Wait, no, that doesn't have any girls in it. I mean, Leia's in it. Wait, what are the other comics? Oh, well, I mean, there is...
Spider-Gwen is, like, doing something, right? Also, Agent Carter is actually getting a comic.
Yes, she's getting a comic. Spider-Gwen is doing, she's starting up when? Like, in February, I want to say? And March is when the Princess Leia comic releases, and it's going to be a 5-issue run about Leia, basically directly at the end of A New Hope. She goes off to look for more Alderaanians that may have survived, like, off-planet, and it's just kind of like her, the general interactions and like action between the Empire and Princess Leia as they generally come about. But it's also just her dealing with the fact that her planet was just destroyed like 2 days ago. And
Gamora is getting one, and it's actually going to be written by Nicole Perlman, who wrote for the movie, so that's pretty exciting. And I know she wanted to do more with Gamora than she was actually able to do in the movies, so hopefully she's not a little pussy bitch like she was in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. She's supposed to be the most dangerous woman in the galaxy.
Think of the younglings the whole time.
Babies.
Yeah.
The hologram!
There's a gem comic coming to IDW. I'm all about that.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks
actually. Because they just debuted their like enemy band, and like I'm in love with them. And I wasn't a big gem fan when I was a kid, because I was such a tomboy. I was like, that's stupid. They're pink. And so I, with my incorrect gender appropriation, decided that I didn't like Gem and the Holograms, and yeah. Now I like them because they're super cute, and they're always happy, and they're badasses.
And we're going to have the Convergence coming up, which will have some more Oracle going on. Is this a new Batgirl, too?
Our friend Jodie Hauser she's working on, she's not working on the Star Trek and Planet of the Apes crossover. My other friend is working on the Star Trek.
Did you just get Jodie mixed up with another friend? I hope Jodie doesn't watch us.
I hope Jodie doesn't watch us.
Oh, is that a pregnant Lois Lane? My.
What?
Lady
Killer is really good. It is coming out from Dark Horse, right? And I'm really excited about this title. I got the preview issue, and it's amazing. It's this 1950s housewife who is also an assassin, and she is she's kind of like an undercover assassin. She's very, very deadly. It's a very bloody comic, but there's a lot of feminist backing to it. Like, there are a lot of moments where things feel like justice. So it's quite nice.
That means that's calling for someone's getting their balls ripped out. Secret 6 by Gail Simone is coming.
It's issue 1 is out. So I believe issue 2 is coming up. And it's amazing. we just got introduced to the characters, and like mainly the one that stands out most is Catman, but that's because Catman he's an ornery loudmouth, and he's always been that way.
He's basically Gail Simone as a male superhero.
Yes, it's kind of like that. I
had a chat with her the other day about scallion pancakes. That lady, she's so ornery. I love her.
I love her. Yay. What else do we have coming up? We got a lot of stuff.
We have so much.
Squirrel Girl's getting hushed. Oh. She goes to college?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I didn't list my comics in the email. Am I a dumbass?
Yeah, we had the link and then you didn't write them down. But Erica Henderson is taking that on as well. So yeah, lots of women-run and women-created comics on the horizon.
One to follow, by the way, is Kelly Sue DeConnick's Bitch Planet, which is about an all-female prison on an outer space planet, and it's fucking incredible. It's really well drawn. I'm like in love with it. Rarely do artists like. I have a lot of favorite comic artists, but rarely is it like I need this person on my wall right now. Like I need their work on my wall. And like the last time that happened was like Phil Noto like doing that Star Wars poster and like all of his new covers. I want to salivate. But that artwork in Bitch Planet is so creative and so like new and refreshing. And I definitely like recommend everybody should read it. It's really good for like everyone. Despite how it sounds like it's only for me.
It's just for you. That sounds like they made that
for me.
Just for you. So then something it's already out, but it's got a part 2 coming out eventually. But anyway, so back to Mockingjay real quick. If Mockingjay breaks a certain number in China, it will be the first female-led film series to break into the franchise top 10.
Wow.
So that's kind of a big deal. I think that happens in February when it opens in China. So in February, we can look forward to finding out whether we finally have a female-led franchise that breaks into the top 10. Speaking of female directors, it was actually pretty difficult to find female directors of movies, geeky movies that were coming out, because it's like only like 4% of directors are women.
In the first place, yeah.
And for anybody who's like, oh, well, women just don't want to direct, that's not true.
No.
I myself,
that's incorrect.
Right. I myself I was a film major. I wanted to become a director. And even from college, I was basically, all the girls were put into the role of makeup person, hair person, costume person, PA, and the guys always got to be directors. And when we tried to complain about it, everyone was stonewalled, and it turned out there had been 4 years worth of petitions against this professor from other female students saying, hey, he really is sexist dudes, but nobody wanted to listen.
Jesus.
And anyone he would bring in to speak were always male directors and male producers and things like that. So starting at a very like early level in your directing career, you can very quickly be taught that this is not a field for you and you're never going to succeed as a female director. So I think my hope in 2015 is this is something that as we're talking about it more, and we've had some very successful female directors this year and showrunners, that hopefully more directors will give their female colleagues a chance and recommend them and stand up and say, hey, this is a female superhero, can we get a female director, like was done for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So here's hoping for that.
It's really up to, I mean, I hate to just go like, it's up to Marvel to blow them out of the water, but like, in a couple of years when Captain Marvel comes out, like, that needs to be the seller. Like, regardless of whether or not Wonder Woman is good, which I hope it is, because Wonder Woman is an iconic, like, superhero that everybody knows, as opposed to Captain Marvel, who, like, despite the massive fan base, if you asked somebody on, like, Venice Beach, like, do you know who Captain Marvel is? You wouldn't always get a yes, but you always get a yes for Wonder Woman.
Right.
So, I really think that, like, with Marvel's constant gambles, as Hollywood calls it, they really need to...
let's be real. Talking raccoon.
Talking raccoon. It's Ant-Man. I don't even need to say anything beyond that.
Let's talk teaser.
Okay, so slightly off topic, from female directors and people in Hollywood.
We forgot to mention the Ant-Man teaser.
We forgot to mention the Ant-Man teaser. People are like, oh, don't shade on Marvel for it, but I'm like, I was promised hilarity. And you put Paul Rudd there, and you promised me hilarity, and that doesn't look like it's gonna be funny.
I watched the teaser, and Aaron and I looked at each other, and we were just like, I was like, I don't want to see. He's like, yeah, I don't want to see that either. Like that teaser did not make me want to see the movie.
Yeah, I don't want to see the movie. In fact, I had to listen to Hank Pym talk for most of it. I already hate that guy. Like, he's already like almost universally hated as a character,
right.
Say for like 3
asshole.
people.
If you don't know, go like Wikipedia him or something.
Like even when he's not under the control of the fucking Skrull or whatever, he's still a dick. He's a dick to everybody.
I wish I hadn't interrupted you because I want to go back and like make that a gif.
Oh.
Under the control. He's still a dick. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. It didn't seem exciting. It didn't make them. In fact, I laughed when his fucking wasp came down to pick him up, sounding like a helicopter. I was just like, "What is this? What am I watching?" Fly away,
I'm so upset because it's just like fucking Guardians of the Galaxy right off the bat. You could tell like this is gonna be fun to watch and it's gonna be funny. That's
right.
it. That's
you could tell
the promise that you were given. And like I have been covering Ant-Man for fucking a year and I didn't want to, but I've been doing it and everything has been promising me a comedy and it doesn't look like a comedy. It looks like an action movie that's gonna have some jokes. Like, if I wanted that, I'd just watch Captain America. It'd be more visually pleasurable to me.
He's very pleasurable to me.
I'm sorry, I don't think Paul Rudd is cute, so...
Yeah. I don't think he's cute. I don't think anything in there was funny. I don't think anything in there was interesting. Like I said, the only thing that made me laugh was something that was not supposed to make me laugh, and that was, this bitch about to ride a wasp. I saw something really, really funny on Twitter. I'm probably going to fuck it up in the way I say it, but it was like, what if Ant-Man has been in every Marvel movie and we just haven't seen him? I was like, mind blown. They say that Ant-Man was there the entire time.
But see, they're introducing Scott as a new Ant-Man, so that Ant-Man would technically just be 60-year-old Hank sitting in the background going, "You kids! You kids! I was a superhero once!"
Oh man, I was a superhero once, you damn kids.
You damn kids!
Oh man, yeah, so not really looking forward to it. Feel free to tweet us at RebelBasePod. Use hashtag RebelBase. Let us know what you thought about Ant-Man. What do you think about Ant-Man? What do you think about Ant-Man?
There was also new Avengers footage shown at CES, which I forgot to mention, but it was it's a little bit of stuff, but not something that's just like, wow. We kind of got like, oh, here's how Ultron functions, and here's his concept art.
Because that's CES.
I got no strings.
Look, he doesn't have any strings. According to this diagram, he doesn't have any strings.
Here are blueprints for Ultron. He does not have strings.
No, as you can see, not a string on this man. I hope that's actually what the presentation was. This next one is not that geeky, but I put it on the list because it's Katrina and I, if we were like a little less responsible, a little younger, and lived in New York, and it is called Broad City.
I love Broad City.
Female-led, female-created, female-written.
And it was spawned off of a YouTube series channel thing.
Yes. So...
Oh, and you can watch it all. You can watch all of season 1 online now on Hulu. So if you haven't seen Broad City, you see that was slick as hell.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen Broad City, it's about 2 girls living in New York City, and they are essentially us, but more fun.
They're us, but like worse, way worse.
More drugs.
Way more drugs. Yeah.
Those are my drug hands.
Those were your drug hands.
I don't know anything. Okay, there's like my knowledge of drugs is like one specific drug, and I'm just like, that's it. I'm good. I don't need anything else. I don't trust myself. Hikes.
Can somebody just make a picture of that says drugs across the top for me? So like I said, Broad City, not technically geeky. But season 2 is coming out in 2015, so we recommend checking it out. And like Katrina said, you can go and watch the first season and see if you like it.
Really funny. If you like Workaholics or like The Kroll Show or even Review, I think you might dig kind of Broad City humor because it's really wacky and weird and kind of fucked up, and I love it. So.
The next one I don't think any of our current audience will appreciate this, but Outlander is a show based on a book. In that book, this guy travels back to like the 1700s or 1800s in Ireland, and interacts with the people there. But anyway, it's got a female lead and a male lead, and so far, actually, it's become the breakout show on Starz, because Starz never has anything good.
Have you watched it? I've been weary of watching it.
So I haven't, but I've heard really good things about it, and I did enjoy all the short stories I read, so it's on my to-do list. But anyway, it's coming out, so I put it on the list. More interesting to me is Mortal Kombat X.
Yes.
Or Mortal Kombat 10, whatever you want to say. Basically, it was kind of funny. Ed Boon was like, yo, did you know that Mortal Kombat has hella women? And not only do we have hella women, we have more women proportionally than most other fighting games have, and our women are all badasses. We started off with Sonya Blade, then we went to Katana. Like, he was really just like, guys, y'all been sleeping on Mortal Kombat. And I really enjoyed how confident he was about it. And to be honest, I've played every Mortal Kombat game. I've owned every single Mortal Kombat game. And I have to agree with him. Like, even in their design, like, yes, they are sexy. They got their little belly buttons showing. But they're not like with 2D fighting games where it's all like, I'm really ridiculously hot and have silly clothes that float around me, but somehow I'm able to uppercut you. It's like, you know, Sonya and Katana and all, they always had muscles. They always looked like they were an athletic build. And especially in the latest Mortal Kombat, in the reboot, they all got very masculine faces, but they all seemed much more, like, I don't know, strong, fightery. Can somebody time out David Slam for me? Because what's going to happen is when we put this over into audio form, it's going to skip out every single time that happens.
Yep. So nobody will be able to listen to it properly.
So nobody will be able to listen to the podcast.
And then it's all your fault and you suck and you're going to hell.
And you're going to hell.
You're going to hell.
Going to hell. Anyway, so Mortal Kombat X, something to look forward to. I know they introduced some new female characters that I was excited about. We talked about them on another podcast. Rise of the Tomb Raider is coming out. That is the sequel to the reboot of Tomb Raider that came out that was well loved by a lot of people. I have been promised by multiple people, including Gail Simone, that this is the game where Lara Croft becomes a badass. Because if you remember in the first game, a lot of it was spent on how this is her going from a friend are dead and I just somehow have to survive. So the first Tomb Raider reboot was about becoming a survivor. This one is supposed to be about her becoming the badass that we know and love. Fingers crossed that it is actually that good.
Yes.
And then Shantae 1.5 Genie Hero. If you haven't been playing Shantae, it's an indie game. It's a platformer, really a throwback to old indie game platformers. I mean, to old platformers that we loved, like Aladdin for SNES. Go play that game. It's really great. Support indie devs. Did you have any other ones to add to our list?
Goodness, off the top of my head, I kind of just poured on everything with comic books, because that's what I... comic books. See, I just puked on your emoticon, asshole. Hey, I'll do it again.
What a lazy vomit.
I hate vomiting. It takes so much effort, and you have to like clench your stomach, and your abs feel all like bruised at the end. What? Sorry.
I'm sorry, King of the Bands. You would probably enjoy the first Lara Crofton. So now we are on to the section where we do chick picks.
Yay!
There is a car alarm going off, though.
Sorry.
Are you trying to be louder than the car alarm?
Yes!
Stop it.
Sorry.
You and the car. So did you want to go first? Did you want to? We go back and forth.
We'll go back and forth. You can go first.
So Amy Dallin, who is a comic book vlogger on Geek and Sundry, made a Agent Carter video where she talks about the history of the character in the comics. For any of you who are interested in Agent Carter, I highly recommend it because it helps you get a little sense of who she is and who she was and how they're taking that character and completely revamping it. Yeah, bullhorn.
I love it. So my pick is completely conceited. My YouTube channel is back in action finally after like half a year. I
You say that shit every few months.
I uploaded 2 videos in a row in 2 weeks. And my third one's already mixed. I'm doing really good.
Okay.
My revelation of resolutions. My resolution was to do more. I figured it was very simple. It was just do more. And I was like, all right, what am I going to do? And so I decided to try and start with my YouTube videos. So my YouTube channel is youtube.com/OhCatrina, but the O is a 0. So
youtube.com/0Catrina.
Zero. Fuck y'all. 0HCATRINA. So yeah, go check me out, I guess.
I guess, whatever, if you want.
I don't care.
If you want. So my next one is #Rebel Crew. Essentially, I stream on here almost every day. I play video games. And I have a Rebel crew with me, and they're the homies, and we all talk, we hang out, we have a good time. So you should follow this Twitch channel, and follow me on Twitter @SarahTheRebel. Sarah has an H, like God intended. And come hang out with us and have a good time, and I maybe will bake a cake. I won't bake a cake. Good.
I tried to bake a cake once.
My oven is terrifying.
It is terrifying. So I also wanted to talk about the Jaws 19 challenge. This was something I found while randomly scrolling through blogs, and somebody basically said, hey, on October 21st, 2015, Jaws 19 comes out in Back to the Future canon. So we should all make Jaws movies to fill the gap. So so the basic idea is like you've got to make a movie that's 40 minutes long, and this could include a GIF that people could watch for 40 minutes. It has to be 40 minutes long. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You could put a little shark toy in a glass and just film it with your camera for 40 minutes and call it Jaws 14, and you would make Jaws 14. So the challenge is to make as many Jaws movies as possible by October 21st, and just put it online and hashtag it Jaws 19.
All right.
I think it's awesome.
I mean, are we gonna do it?
We should.
We should totally do
the Jaws.
Let's make it all about the bass song for Jaws.
All about the human organs, food, and meats.
But we're gonna work on it. we're gonna work on the lyrics a little bit more. So my last chick pick is Crown of Stars. It's a book series. It's not new, but I've gone back to it recently and I love it, so I want to recommend it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's by Kate Elliott, Kate with a K, and it is about a girl who you find out some interesting things about, but basically she's darker than everybody else around, and so she's treated a little differently. And they don't know if her dad is really her dad, so they also think she might be a bastard, so she's treated very shittily by everyone around her. But things get really cool and awesome. If you like conspiracies and you like deep, intricate plots and you like medieval fantasy type of worlds, you'll like it.
And my third chick pick is Star Wars issue #1 is coming out next week. It has over 100 variant covers. It is projected to be the highest selling comic of all time. And I don't know about that, but it's going to be really good, and it follows the general Star Wars crew, Luke, Leia, Han, 3PO, R2, Chewbacca, between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So it's all that stuff in between, and it's supposed to be really good. One of the artists was reviewing issue 1 to start drawing, and he was like, oh my god, I can't believe this dialogue between Han and Leia. So I want to see it because they were my first OTP. That's my chick pick. Please pre-order it, because you're not going to get it at your comic book store. Let's be real, you're not going to make it. So pre-order Star Wars issue 1, get it in your house.
Get it in your house.
Get it in your house. Get it in your house. And it's supposed to have
stuff.
Get it in
your house. Get it in the house.
It's supposed to have stuff about, little hints and clues to episode 7 as well, as, Rebels does and other, things that they're making this year. So, get it. I thought of another.
Trainer Jody just said something that made me think that maybe we could do "I Like Big Boats" as our song for Jaws. I like big boats and I cannot lie. You other sharks can't deny. When a white dude walks in with an itty bitty waist but a round big boat in your face, you wanna eat 'em. Wanna chew that stuff 'cause you know that boat is tough. Digging that boat he's shipping. I'm hooked on a line, I'm sinking. Oh, baby, I want to just eat ya and maybe eat her. My homeboy tried to warn me, but that food you got make me so hungry. Gonna eat your legs, then I'm gonna eat your guts. Well, use me. I'm gonna swim away and come back next summer. I don't know, I'm gonna work on it.
We need to write that for 40 minutes.
Okay, I can do that.
We're gonna do a 40-minute rap. She's gonna do a 40-minute rap. I'm gonna film it.
She's just gonna be my my video hoe. You knew what I meant. She's gonna be my video hoe. You were dancing before I even said video hoe.
I already knew it. That's,
Alright.
That's how video hoes dance, right?
P.S. In case you didn't know, my rap album's coming out next
Drops
month.
on the 19th.
It drops on my birthday. Oh, that's my final thing to say is that my birthday is on the 17th. So you guys should all tweet me on the 17th and tell me how amazing you think I am. Alright. This is the time where we take a few questions.
Yep. So put your questions in, and as long as they're not stupid, we might answer them.
Blowjob. Strippers. I'm gonna eat your legs. This shark has a lot going on. No habla español. Yo no hablo español. ¿Te hablas español?
Yo no sé. That's my immediate, it means, I don't know.
Guys, I don't remember. I can't sing
It's the most useful Spanish phrase I have.
I can't sing it again because I don't remember what I just said.
We have a recording of it, technically.
Yeah, I'll go back and listen
We'll
to the
have a recording, so we'll be fine.
Top 3 bands for each of you. You go first.
Top 3 bands for Jesus. I can't do that. Oh my God, why you put me on the spot, Jesus?
Okay, fine. Prince, The Weeknd, and what's that dragon one with the girl sings rituals? I like her ass.
I have no idea.
I can't remember okay, I can't remember her name, so she must not be my favorite band. I'm gonna move on from her. No, I take it all back. Cage the Elephant, Paramore, and Prince of the Revolution. Okay, go.
Okay, cool. So mine are Luna Chicks, Sleater Kinney, because I'm a dirty, nasty 90s child, and Joan Jett. Just Joan Jett.
Just Joan Jett.
Just her.
The next question was favorite animes. I can tell you my top 5 because I just tweeted them. Tenga Toppa Gurren Lagann, Outlaw Star, Attack on Titan, oh shit, have I already forgotten? Dragon Ball Z, and yep, Randy. Oh, Bodacious Space Pirates.
Okay, so mine, my favorites of all time would be Ranma 1/2. I love Cowboy Bebop. Outlaw Star is a really, really, really fucking good one. There's one that made me cry. This girl like turned into a rocket. God, what was it called? She's like this little tiny lady, and she slowly becomes a cyborg, and she becomes a super weapon, and I forget what it was called, but it made me cry so hard. So whatever it was really good. And
when
Serial.
This bitch turns into a rocket.
Yep,
Japan.
and a revolutionary girl, Utena. So.
A lot of old school going on. All right.
My favorite Kanye West song is
None
The
of
Pretty
them.
Girl Rock by Carrie Wilson. I have no idea.
I have no favorite Kanye West songs because I hate that hoe. Top 3 games which are restricted to NES and SNES. Aladdin for the SNES. Mario, Super Mario Brothers, Yoshi's... no, what was it? What was the one that was on SNES? Was it Yoshi's Island? No. I don't remember which one it was, but you know what I'm talking about. The one where you ride Yoshi and you eat apples. And then Super Mario Brothers 2, which I know is not anyone else's favorite, but I liked that I could play as the princess, because when I was little, I used to always complain that every video game I played, I had to be the dude, and why couldn't I be the girl? So in the second one, I actually got to be the princess and fly everywhere, because she was hella OP.
My favorite DC character is a tie between Batgirl, Catwoman, and Atlee. Tara.
Mine was Batgirl when she was in the purple outfit, but not the one with the cape.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually Batman as well. And I really liked, honestly, I think those are the only 2 DC comics that I really ever loved.
Yeah, there aren't too many out there right now.
Right now, I really liked, I like Green Arrow in Justice Gods Among Us.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I think. Do you want to do like one more question?
Okay, we'll do one more question.
All right, first question to come up that doesn't suck.
Favorite DI? Well, I can only so we'll do one more after that because I can answer this one. She hasn't played Dragon Age Inquisition. My favorite companion to take with me in a fight is Blackwall. My favorite companion to talk to is Solus. My favorite one to fuck is gonna be Iron Bull. Damn it.
Iron Bull is in Star Wars Rebels. Just saying.
He wasn't dead in the beginning. Anyway.
All right, one more question, and we gotta go. Humans, let's go. I'm ready to shut the stream off.
You are? You hate it? You hate everything about it?
Everything about it. They suck.
I want to ride the bull. Grab the bull by his horns.
But that doesn't make it any better.
While grabbing onto his horns.
I need to go home, you guys.
Favorite position is on your face. Thanks, everybody. I hope
CEO! What? Sorry. What?
We'll see you guys later.
Bye!
Wait. We will be back in 2 weeks.
Yay!
We're every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Follow us, Rebel Base Podcast, and follow me on Twitch to find out when we go live. And follow all the other shit we told you about.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.